Okay guys, so check this out. We've got our aquatic plants growing. I've actually added quite a bit. We've got this pothos going here, got some here. And what I've done is I've taken this piece of bamboo, attached it to the side of the tank, and I'm just running it across to this other piece. I've got more pothos here, more there as well, running it up against that trellis. Hopefully all of this will eventually start to blend together. Got some creeping Charlie going. Frog bed is coming along really good. And part of that frog bed is just out of the pond outside. It's getting closer to the end of pond season, so bringing some of that stuff inside to save it is going to be really beneficial. Okay, and over here I just have some additional plant grow outs in this tank, and I have it being lit by a blue light. I've noticed that a lot of this stuff is growing really well with this setup. And of course over here in the 40 breeder we have this pothos that's running up the side here. We have our little setup there. The frog bit in this tank doesn't exactly do as well, but it still does really well. We have some sort of grassy growths down here. You can see that, see some back in there. But all this stuff is doing really well in here. I've increased feeding, cut back on water changes. That is due to wanting to provide extra nutrients for the plants. And also I have 2 sponge filters in there, but the star of this tank is the A.Q.Q.A multi-purpose filter that I have there. I have noticed it has been helping polish this water because it does have a lot of surface area on it. I do have another video where I talk a lot more about this filter specifically. I'll have that linked in the description, so go ahead and make sure you check that out. I'll have everything linked, so if you want to get one for yourself, go ahead and check that out. That thing is amazing. It's doing a really good job of polishing that water and creating a lot of area for the beneficial bacteria to grow. See that pothos there? I'll step back a little bit. That's doing great. And so under here, under this light, I've just got some testing I'm doing. I've got a jar with some more of that grassy algae stuff growing there. Some more pothos, creeping Charlie, and some moss that I'm trying to see what will happen with. Some frog bit I'm growing in there. More pothos here. And of course, like I said, the goal is to have everything to eventually sort of like blend together, look connected, and create a very nice natural looking setup. That will take time to grow, but I'm not too worried about it. Doing really good so far. And this is the top of the main display tank. All this pothos has just exploded. Look at that. I mean, that stuff has just taken off. Already starting to creep across here. Every now and again I'll open the blinds, and that just provides extra lighting for that stuff to grow. And I've taken blue tape, added it to the side of that tank so that my grow light over here doesn't spook my bigger fish in the main display. Look at those root systems, super healthy. All that stuff is growing good. Also guys, I have merch. There is a few examples right there and right there, that bag. And of course everything I will have linked for you guys, and if you'd like to support the channel, that would mean a lot to me. Your view supports it, but financially it just helps me keep everything going here and be able to just do more for you guys. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe as well, because with the end of pond season, I'm going to be shifting a lot of the focus on the channel to the indoor stuff, such as breeding the Hondurans here. Lots of updates on that. You guys are not going to want to miss it. These Hondurans seem to really love these plants, and people will express issues with cichlids eating plants, but I find that if you do a very intense feeding schedule and have enough plants in filtration to keep up with the bio load, it keeps them from eating and destroying all the plants. Whereas if you just feed once a day, and then you have a thing where you skip days, they're going to be hungry and they're going to eat those plants, destroy the root systems, and it's just not going to work out. Another thing I'm going to be doing is allowing the pothos roots to get down into the substrate, as that's going to just provide so much more filtration and also help with the general growth of the plant itself. Every now and again, if there's leaves that die, I go through, prune them out, and realistically probably don't need to, other than just making sure that all the plant matter doesn't drop into the water and start breaking down, causing more issues than necessary. But all of that is fixable, and you can let nature just do its processes and everything will be okay. All that being said, stay tuned, stay fishy, and until next time, have a great day.